From past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Again, Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. First carry for Trenton Cannon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check. Fresno.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck escaping the pressure right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Lott. Flush to his right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. From the red zone now, Lott. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Trenton Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, Richard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen off the play fake. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Right. 11. Hey, Charlie.
After the interception, it's Lott. He'll buy some time right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
I'm coming after you. 12.
Luck on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, check. Choose the mic. Hey, defense. Bravo. Get wide. Whip.
Out of the gun. Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Come on. 52's the mic. Down to lose one. He's checking. Crash. Check. One man. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Alert flare. 11Z. Hey, Alpha. He's crashed.
Clock throwing again. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jamie Collins able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Check out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Cannon. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. You'll pick up another first down with that run.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The tight end, Seth DeValve, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Watch tight end. Regular. No. Check. Check hot route. Hot. 56. Alert. Safe.
On first down, Richard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On second down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'm coming for you, mine. Under 10, under 10, 10. Slam, slam, slam. 5 wide. We got it.
This is Collins on the handoff. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They go again with Cannon. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Trenton Cannon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Hey, box drop, box drop. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Allen now on 1st down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Allen's throw is complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Collins running it from the pistol. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. The 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jamie Collins able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on first down, Allen. That's taken in by Callaway. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 52.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 14.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Allen now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Rosas good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Locke. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch twins. He's coming. We got double up. On. 36, 30. 12.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Forced out to his left. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, and he's got this one complete to Callaway. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, watch number 5, number 5. 5 wide.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
On play action, Allen completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. We go.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Michael Kendricks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
12.
Out of the gun, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck flushed out right. He finds his running back, Hyde. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Luck throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. It's complete to Hopkins. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Single receiver.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down again. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Go! 11B! Wide! 622!
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 5-2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On the ground, it's Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers.
2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Switch. Jim, 11V.
Throwing now, Luck, rolling to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown,
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bengals 35, Steelers 21. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Allen now operating from the gun. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Allen under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them,